everybody. I'm so glad that you could join me this morning. I hope that you're having a great day, and that I wanted to pop on here real quick and share with you a few items that are retiring on May the 3rd, when our current annual catalog retires, and we'll bring in a whole new bunch of brand new items. So I am just going to move my camera around so you can see my workspace, and I'm actually going to share with you a fancy fold, and it's called an accordion fold. So I've just got to get this moved over a little and set so that it's in better position for you folks to see everything. Trying to get it so that you don't see all my stuff around. And I get it all turned here. I have a host code listed there. So if you'd like to shop with me, I'd be really honored. And if you could just use that host code, that would be even better still. It's ZBDCAEXX. And yeah, we're gonna see how this all goes today. And so I wanted to share with you the retiring Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper, as well as the Butterfly Gala bundle, and Enjoy Life stamp set. So these are the items that we're going to be using. And again, I am going to use the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. And I got my idea from the Demo Design Dream Team. The inspiration came from there for this accordion fold. And if you would like to have access to any of these items, I'd love it if you wish to join my team. And yeah, there are lots of perks. You would get 20% off of all of your products that you order, as well as you have early access to all the new things that are coming out. So you could do your pre-order now and get your hands on all the new hot items that will be coming and not available to customers until May the 4th. So anyway, this is the accordion fold. And originally I was not going to actually make it with you. I was just going to show it to you, but I've decided I would share it and we'll make another one. So yeah, and it just folds up, and it's going to fit in your regular standard sized envelope. So I'm just going to sit that up there out of the way. And for this card, I have selected the Fine Floral Art, and I've selected a different color. So these are going to look a little different than my original one. But those of you that follow me know that I like to change things up and not necessarily use the same things twice. So I have got this, I've got a few pieces here. I guess I should tell you. This here is what your card base is, and I've made it out of the thick basic white cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 inches by 5.5 inches. And we've also got 3 of the So Sweetly Stitched dies. That's these ones. And I've used the largest, and I have cut 2 out of the largest and 1 out of the second largest scalp die. So that takes about a half a sheet of paper. So I did use the thick paper for that as well, but you could use just the regular basic paper and not the thick paper. And then the final piece that I have here is the Fine Arts Floral Designer paper, and it's 5 1/4 by 11 3/4. And I've gone ahead and scored it, and it is scored at 1 3/4 inches. And then the next score is at 4 3/4, which is right here. I tried not to push too hard. 4 3/4, and then again 7 3/4. So you're going to want to use your bone folder. I didn't score it too hard because I find that you can sometimes cut through the paper. So you want to do this. You want to make this a valley fold, a mountain fold, and then another valley fold on that last one. So again, that's valley, mountain, and valley. So that's how those look on there. So that's that one. And yeah. So first off, I think we'll just looks a little different. That looks too wide. Wonder if I scored my first one incorrectly. I almost think I did. Anyway, it's a little different, which is okay. I'm not sure if I like those wider edges on the side, but I guess I'll worry about that in a few minutes here. I might just cut it down to, in fact, I think I will just cut it down to a 4-inch width. To a 4-inch width, and I think I'm going to like the way that looks a whole lot better. So yeah, I think that'll be a lot nicer. And then the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna do the I'm gonna stamp the butterflies next. And for the butterflies, I used this stamp, and these come and they're attached so that they match with the coordinating butterfly punch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stamp the outline with my darker color, which is that's not the right colors here. Poppy Parade is what I want. On my first one, I used the Pretty Peacock and the Coastal Cabana on my butterflies. But this one, I decided I am going to do it a little differently, and I am going to just, and because this is a photopolymer stamp, I'm going to bring in my piercing mat. I just find that it does a much nicer job when you, gives you a little more consistency when you use this pad. And I'm going to stamp 2 of them because I want 3 butterflies all together on the front there. So that is that one. And then I'm going to use this solid stamp from the Butterfly Gala to fill in the wings on that butterfly. And I'm going to stamp it off, I think just one time here, and we're just going to bring it over top of it and stamp it down. And I think I'm just going to use the Next Generation on this one too. Oh, I like that. And then on my and then this one here is the bottom part, and again I want to stamp it off once because I don't want it quite as dark as what it is going to be. Oopsie, I forgot. I was going to stamp it off. Use it stamped off here. And I went and inked it up. There. So that one gives you just a slight different shade. And then the solid butterfly, I am going to use, I think I'm going to use I'm a little leery about using full strength because I'm afraid that if I do that, I will not really see my lines very well. So that's that. And I'm just going to give my stamps a quick cleaning because I think I need some of these blocks for the rest of the things. But okay, so now we're just going to punch this, and these are nice locking to save space. And so they lock, and then I find the best method of doing this is just by holding them, and if you hold them this way and look through them, you'll be able to line them up perfectly. And you'll have an extra little butterfly that you can apply it someplace else if you want, or not. So those are those. And I've gone and I've actually lost the centers of the body of my, they were such tiny, tiny little pieces that I have lost them. So I am just going to use my blending pens to draw these bodies on there. I'm going to use the head and then that. But that works just okay. Like I said, and sometimes those photopolymer stamps, they lose their stick, and then when they're so tiny like that, you end up with not having there. So I think that looks good. And then the other thing that I did was I used my Wink of Stella on these to give them a little bit of bling, which I'm kind of a bling girl. The Wink of Stella is just brings the beauty out of everything with that little sparkle on there. So I'm just gonna set those butterflies aside here for a minute so I don't lose them. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to stamp the front of our card. And again, I am going to use, okay, I'm going to use this stamp set. And I'm going to stamp this greenery or whatever it is. And I am also going to stamp, I'm going to use, I was going to use a Hello Beautiful. Oh, I do have it out. Then I thought, oh, not sure what I did with it. I hate it when I lose things. Can't find them. Get too many things going on. And now I think that I need to stamp off with this here as well. And just do it a little bit here. Yeah, I like that. And then now we're going to say, I was going to use the Poppy Parade, but I think I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. It's going to show up a little nicer for that writing, and it'll pull a little bit of the color out of those leaves on the Designer Series paper. Got a little bit of ink on that block, so be careful here. And I'm just going to overlap that a little bit. Hello, beautiful. There, I like that. Okay, I'm just going to set this piece aside now. And then on the next piece on the inside is, I used the smaller piece on that. And I used that How Beautiful a Day Can Be When Kindness Touches It. I get so many things laying around when I'm making these cards sometimes that. And I, again, am going to use the Poppy Parade. It's such a bright, colorful color. And I'm going to stamp that right on here. Just have to hold it on there for a second so that the color has lots of time to transfer. And then I've got this tiny, tiny little butterfly from the Enjoy Life stamp set. And I think I'm going to use my petal pink for that little butterfly. It's so cute. And I'm just going to randomly put a few little butterflies on here. I think that's enough. And if you need to do any journaling or whatever, you can there. So that's that piece. And then the final piece that we need to do is this one here. And I'm going to use the silhouette of the girl. At least I think it's a girl. And I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do that silhouette of that girl in the pretty pink as well. And then I'll do the greeting with the other. I think I can use it full strength too because it's quite a bit lighter than what the red is. So, and then my last one is the last greeting that I want to use, and I'm going to use the same one. When you arise in the morning, think what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to love. And then I am just going to put this just slightly over top of that. See if I can kind of center it too, without sticking my head in the camera for you. And that is that one there. So I think I like that. Okay, so now the last thing we have to do is to get this assembled. I can move this out of my way now. Got everything ready to pop it together now. And what I did on my first one is, okay, I want to add, I'm going to put this on here. So I'm just going to put the adhesive on the back of my designer series paper here. Oh, I don't want that Super Duty stick I just got. I just need this one here that's sticky, but not the heavy duty one for sticking, which works well for projects. And if I decide I don't like it that wide, I'm going to cut it down a bit more again. I'm not just sure why that's ending up that way. I think the measurements that they gave must have been not quite right, just because I thought I did what was started out to be. And so I started out and I put this one on first because I wanted to be able to just kind of line up the top one over top of it so that it would just be hidden in behind. So that's that one. There isn't a whole lot showing. I could have had it out slightly, I guess. And then this one here, then you're just going to do that. And so now we're going to, yeah, that looks like I used narrower piece of paper than I did on my first one. So I don't know what that's all about. I thought I followed the instructions, but for any of you card makers, you know that they don't always turn out the way you're expecting them to. So yeah, you want to be careful you don't get the glue on this side because you want this to be able to still open. So we've got it like that. And now the last piece I am going to pop is in this one inside. And again, I want to have it placed so that it is hidden behind the rest of the front panels. And there. And this one. And so now the last thing we need to do is to pop these on here however we want. I don't know. Gotta see how you like the layout. I think I'll do it like that. And on these ones, I just used my mini glue dots, and I put them just in the center so that I could give them a little dimension by popping them up. So I guess we're gonna just a couple. I want them to stick well, so. So, okay, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a pop up here, and I'm just going to put it right there, pop them up. And this one, I think we're going to go right here. And then my last little guy, I am thinking we'll go right here. So there. And now I guess we could fancy it up here with a little bit of other decoration. Always got to have a little bling. So I think I'll add a couple of the basic rhinestone jewels on here. And come here. Get my tool to grab it. We'll go with a medium size. We'll have one of each on here, this one here. There. So there, that is how it looks. I think it turned out quite nice. What do you guys think? I hope you've enjoyed this short little video. And please like and share and follow me. And I'd appreciate all of your support. And thank you so much again for coming by.